guys, today's video is going to be a joint one with me and my sister-in-law Lauren. Today we're going to be talking all about our pregnancy in the pandemic, where we was both given the exact same due date. We done a question box on Insta last night, and so today we're going to answer some of your questions. Okay, so our first question is, was our pregnancies planned together? So absolutely not, no. So me and Rich decided that we was going to start trying for Atlas. We didn't let anyone know that we was going to be having a third. It happened actually our first month of trying. We really wanted to have a September baby so that he was going to be the oldest in the year, and we've got just under a 2-year gap between all our babies, so we wanted to carry that on. And let's just say Lauren's pregnancy was a little bit of a surprise, so there was no way that we could have planned it even if we tried.
So no, our pregnancies weren't planned together. It was just very lucky it worked out that way because Luna wasn't actually planned, and obviously we wouldn't have known that Corin and Rich were trying.
So our next question was, how did we enjoy being pregnant on the same day, and did we enjoy it? Yes, absolutely. So we did both enjoy it. I think we sort of relied on each other a lot, especially being in lockdown with everything that was going on with COVID. It was definitely a shoulder to cry on. It was amazing to have someone else that was going through exactly the same as you, and just all our problems, we could just rant to each other. We spent nights and days on end just talking about our pregnancies, and it was actually lovely to have someone know exactly how you're feeling. And as for the due date, so we was both given a slightly different due date at the beginning of the pregnancy. We then both had our 12-week scan a day within each other's. We was both given the 15th of September. So yeah, we just laughed about it. We just thought it was brilliant.
So yeah, I really enjoyed being due at the same time. I think like after the first lockdown, everyone else's life just sort of went back to this new normal. Whereas like for us, we were still stuck at home having to isolate due to being high risk because you're pregnant. And I just think having someone that sort of remembered when your scans were, because theirs was the day before, or like remembered when your midwife's appointments were, just made it a little less like isolating, if that's the right word. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I don't think I'd have got through it without her, to be honest.
The question was our favourite parts about being pregnant. Sorry, that was Hunter. So for me, the favourite bit is just, here he is, feeling them move around. I just absolutely love being pregnant. I didn't have an amazing pregnancy with Atlas. It was definitely the most challenging, wasn't it? Mummy was a bit sick, but just knowing what you're going to get out of it, it is so worth it.
So the favourite part of my pregnancies is probably first movements, and also the period when you get to the end, so you have like 3 weeks left and it could be any day now, and you just wonder what they're going to weigh, what they're going to look like, how your labour's going to be. I just find that bit really, really exciting.
This one is, how did COVID affect your pregnancy? So for me, I found it really difficult having to go to my 20-week and 36-week scan on my own, having to leave Rich in the car with the boys. It was really sad, not just for me, daunting to have to go on your own, but it was really sad for Rich because he only got to see Atlas in our first scan with him. So I almost felt like it was something taken away from him as well as me, and I don't think many people speak about the impact it had on the dads, but I think it does make it really hard for them. Doesn't it, darling?
Yeah.
You've been my little helper today.
Yeah.
And also, of course, not being able to see friends and family, you do feel really isolated, and it's supposed to be a really happy point of your life, and you want to show off your bump. And I was literally in lockdown or restrictions for the whole time of being pregnant. By the time Noah went back to preschool in September, some of the mums at the school were like, oh my God, when are you due? I only had a week left. So it was like, no one knew I was even pregnant. So it was quite difficult, but we made the most of the situation for sure, didn't we, darling?
So yeah, I really struggled my pregnancy with Luna, like not having the support there, not seeing a midwife till 28 weeks, having to go to all your scans alone. And obviously all I had to compare it to was my pregnancy with Roman literally the year before. So it was hard. And then obviously we found out the gender of Luna this time. And obviously not being able to see family and friends to like do sort of your gender reveal together sort of thing. Yeah, it wasn't great. Was it?
Next question is, would we have another? For me, absolutely. I would love to have 4 children. I've always wanted 4, but who knows what the future holds.
Yes, I would love another. I think 3 would be a good number for us. Not sure when, but yeah.
Next question was, are you happy you both had a girl and a boy, or would you prefer to have the same gender? Sorry, it's just Hunter and Breakdown in the background. I'm actually really happy we had one of each. I thought it was really nice to be able to have a girl and a boy. I can buy cute girl clothes for Lauren can buy cute boys clothes for me. We can have boy and girl cuddles, so we kind of got the best of both worlds. Don't get me wrong, I would have been happy to have a girl. I wasn't really fast. If I could have chosen, I would have chosen a boy. I'm a boy mama, it's just what I'm used to. And I know Lauren was absolutely delighted to have a girl, so I think we was both happy with that.
Yes, I'm very glad that we had different. I think when I first found out I was pregnant, I did really, really want a boy. So I just thought the 14-month age gap, 2 boys would just be easy, but it's not actually made a difference to us, has it? And yeah, really glad that Corin and Rich got to have a boy, so we get to experience both at the same time.
Next question were, how are our labours? So my labour with Atlas, I actually originally started getting contractions at 4 a.m. on the Wednesday. I thought, yes, brilliant, he's going to be here by lunchtime. But he obviously had other ideas. My contractions started off really irregular. I think I started having contractions like every half hour, and then there was every hour, and then I wouldn't have one for ages. Hunter's not sharing. Hunter, can you share with Noah? Yeah, good boy. You share them. Bring it back to Noah. Sorry. So as I was saying, my contractions were really irregular throughout the day. I sort of thought, actually, I think this is a false alarm. This was only one day after he's due, and anyone knows me. What? You had a dream? What?
I had pigeon take me away.
Police that took you away in your dream? Oh my goodness, had you been naughty? No? Oh, was it a scary one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. Come here. So yeah, I sort of got to about 4 or 5 o'clock. I thought, you know what, I'll have another bath. I sort of thought he's just like teasing me. He doesn't actually want to come today. And then I started getting regular contractions around 6. And I thought, okay, are you just tricking me again, or are you actually coming? By 7, they were very strong contractions. I rang the labour ward. They sent out my midwife. I got really lucky because the midwife on call that night was my midwife Becca, who I'd seen throughout my whole pregnancy. So I was really excited about that. She got to mine. Boys, come here, do you want to sit with mummy? Do you want to come sit with mummy? Talk about Atlas labour? No? Okay. She got to mine around 8 o'clock. My mum then got there just after 8, and Atlas wasn't hanging around. He made an appearance at 8:49. Straightforward birth. Once things started going, it was nice and quick. And yeah, he was born at 8:49, which is actually the exact same time as Hunter. So that was a bit crazy.
So my labour was really good. I opted for a home birth this time because my labour with Roman was so fast, and obviously all the COVID restrictions and stuff in hospitals. So I had a home birth with my mum and Stuart. My first contraction was just before 7 o'clock at night, and she was born by 9:15. Midwife got here at 8:30. So yeah, really fast. Really straightforward, no complications, and I was back in bed by 10:15. So yeah, really good.
Next question, which is the last one, is how and when did we feel when we found out we was pregnant, and how did we feel about it? So I was obviously trying for Atlas. Oh dear. I actually done a test on the day my period was due because I just had a feeling and I was just so excited I wanted to know. So I think it was either the 9th or the 10th of January that I found out. We was, just so excited. I told Rich when he got home from work, and it was just really exciting, wasn't it? And yeah, we was just happy. Obviously, well, I might be the only person, but there's always a bit of a mixture of feelings. You always think, oh my God, like another baby. It's always a bit daunting, but yeah, I was mainly just really excited to bring you into the world, wasn't we, darling?
So I found out I was pregnant like middle of January, I think. Hey. So yeah, it was a week or so after Corin found out she was pregnant. I don't know, I think at first I just denied it was happening. I actually turned the pregnancy test over and went downstairs, waiting for the line to disappear, which obviously it didn't. I was really shocked at first, didn't know how I was going to cope. Obviously, Roman was 5 months old. Stuart was really happy. But I think once I got over the initial shock, I was really happy, yeah.